Hello, White Rock Baptist Church. I have an exciting opportunity, an exciting challenge for you and indeed for all of us. We as a church may not be able to meet and congregate as we ordinarily do, but that doesn't mean we can't still have an impact here in our local community. As British Columbia moves into phase 2 or continues with phase 2 of opening up, we're finding that people are now able to maybe contact a little bit more, maybe go out a little bit more to the grocery stores and even some of the restaurants and things like that are slowly opening up, and that's all fine and well. But what we're also discovering is that there are still a number of people in our community, a number of people who are neighbors of yours who simply cannot get out to the same extent. Perhaps they're part of that vulnerable sector, or perhaps they work with people in those vulnerable sectors. And so they still have to be super cautious about where they go and what they do. And so while some of us might feel like we're becoming a little more free, there are still a lot of people who have to isolate and a lot of people still in their homes. And so we as a church want to reach out and want to have an impact for those in that kind of sector. And so what we've done in the church office is we've produced a small little card, little postcard that will go with a little white paper bag. And this postcard simply asks the question, if you're feeling lonely, if you're isolated and you need some help with perhaps collecting groceries or running errands, or maybe you just want to speak to somebody and maybe have somebody pray with you, well, this card has details for the church office to do that. And the challenge that we're issuing to each one of you as the community of White Rock Baptist Church is we would love to see 500 of these bags and cards go out into our local community. That's neighbors around the church and neighbors around you. And so what we're encouraging, what we're challenging each of you to do is to arrange through the church office to collect a couple of bags and cards that will go together. And then as you take the bag, to personalize it. Maybe somebody in your house, whether a child or an adult, it doesn't matter, but maybe somebody is autistic and they want to draw on that card or give a little personal note on that bag, they can go ahead and do that. And the challenge would be to take that bag, personalized for some of your neighbors, and then put a few things into that bag that would help and be a blessing. Whether that's a non-surgical face mask or a little bottle of hand sanitizer or soap or some sort of gift in there that just reminds people that we are caring for them and we are thinking about them. And so I would encourage you, we as the church office are challenging you to come and grab a couple of these and to distribute those to your neighbors. At the same time, we want to distribute a whole bunch of them just around the church to those who are neighbors of our church building as well. And so if you're able to perhaps make a couple of those non-surgical masks, or perhaps you've got access to some of those hand sanitizers and soap and things like that, we would love to have you join in and make some of those and bring those to the church so that we can ultimately fill up 500 bags and distribute those. Let us be known as the church that still cares. Let us be known as a church that still wants to reach out and have an impact in its community. And indeed, may God bless this community and may God bless each and every one of us. So that's the challenge. Get hold of the church office and come and grab your bag. Take 1, take 10, however many you need for your neighbors, as well as the rest for the church. And let's make a difference. The Lord bless you.